If you want to produce high quality palm oil from your oil palm farm, you have to watch this video to the end. There are certain factors and principles you have to follow if you want to produce high quality palm oil from your oil palm farm that will end up commanding high premium prices in the market. On today's episode, we are going to be looking at factors and processes that revolve around producing high quality palm oil from our oil palm farm. In case you are watching for the first time, this channel is dedicated to promote sustainable and profitable agriculture. My name is Lawal Olushawalawa. I'm an agri consultant. I'm a farmer by training, by practice, and by education. So if this is the first time of coming across this channel and this kind of interest resonates with your interest, kindly click on subscribe button to have access to more of our videos. On today's episode, we are going to be looking at the 5 factors that is responsible for the quality of the palm oil you produce from your oil palm farm. The number one factor we'll be looking at that is very, very critical in producing high quality palm oil from your oil palm farm is your harvesting time. Now, the time you harvest and the stage at which you harvest your oil palm bunches have a direct impact not only on the quality of the palm oil you are going to be producing at the end of the day, but also on the quantity of the palm oil you'll be able to get from those bunches. Now, the best time for you to harvest your palm oil bunches is when they are already ripe, as in fully ripe. And at that time, you notice that some of the fruit will have started dropping from the bunches. It is advisable that you harvest bunches only when you notice about 3 to 4 fruit have dropped already. So at that time, you are not harvesting when the bunches are not fully ripe, and you are not also harvesting when the bunches are overripe. If you harvest at the time that the bunches are not fully ripe, you will not be getting enough oil from those bunches. And if you harvest when the bunches are overripe, the oil you'll be getting will be of low quality because there will be some enzymatic reaction that have already started taking place already. So you have to make sure you are harvesting your bunches at the right time, at the premium time, when they are ripe, not underripe and not overripe. The second factor that will determine whether you are going to be producing good oil or bad oil on your farm is your processing time. The time between your harvesting and the time you are processing your bunches is a very, very critical factor in determining whether the oil you'll be producing will be of high quality or of low quality. Now, ideally, after harvesting your oil palm bunches, you are supposed to process your oil palm bunch into oil within the next 24 hours or latest within the next 48 hours. So if you leave your bunches beyond 48 hours, there is something we call FFA, free fatty acid. The free fatty acid will start rising immediately after 48 hours. And if this occurs, the oil will have low quality, and if care is not taken, it will not be exportable. Any oil that has FFA more than 5% is not fit for export. Many countries will not take it. So you have to be very, very conversant. If you are harvesting, you have to make sure you put all the necessary things ready at your mill, and you make sure you process your bunches into oil within the next 24 hours or latest 48 hours. This will have a direct impact on the quality of the oil you are producing on your farm. Now, the third factor that plays a significant role in the quality of the oil you are going to be turning out at the end of the day is your method of processing. If the method of processing on your oil palm mill is crude and traditional, definitely the quality of the oil you'll be producing will be of low quality because during the processing time, a whole lot of contamination, a whole lot of human contact, a whole lot of dirt will come into the process if you are using the traditional way of processing. And any oil that have percentage of debt that is beyond 0.1% is considered low quality oil. So it is better when you are doing your oil palm processing or palm oil processing, let me put it that way, it's better you use a modern processing equipment and you make sure these equipment are in the right state in terms of maintenance. You make sure you maintain all of them, their locomotive parts and every other thing. The fourth factor that has a direct impact on whether the type of oil you'll be producing will be of high quality or low quality is the hygiene of your processing plant, the hygiene of your processing shed particularly. How dirty it is, what are the condition of your processing equipment, what are the conditions, the hygiene of your staff that are handling the oil, what is the condition of the environment at large, your offloading bay, your digester, are they dirty? Are they stinking? Are they leaking oil or so many other things like that? You have to just make sure that you put everything in a very, very hygienic manner. The type of water you are also using in processing your oil has a far-reaching effect on how the oil will come out at the end of the day. Make sure you are using a very, very clean water in your processing. Make sure all the moving parts of your processing equipment are not leaking engine oil. Make sure the all the parts that the oil will come in contact with are in a very, very clean state. By doing this, you make sure that okay, you are going to be producing an hygienic oil that is neat and also be of high quality. The last factor that will determine the quality of your oil is the moisture content of the oil, and this you have to take note of it during the processing, especially at the last stage of your palm oil processing, which is the clarifying stage. This is where you reduce the moisture content of your oil. Now, if you don't reduce the moisture content of your oil to the barest minimum, you are subjecting that oil to rancidity, you are subjecting that oil to microbial attack, and you are subjecting that oil to low shelf life, because oil with high moisture content will spoil faster. So you have to make sure you reduce the moisture content of your oil to the barest minimum for you to have an oil that will stay longer on the shelf and you prevent microbial attack from your oil. So these are the major factors you have to look into when you want to produce high quality palm oil from your farm, because there is no two way to it. If your oil is of high quality, you can sell at high premium price. If your oil is bad, you do a whole lot of work before you can sell those oil in the first place, because good market eventually sells themselves. With this, I've come to the end of today's video, and I hope you've gotten value one way or the other from today's content. If you actually got value from this video, kindly give it a like, share with your friends so that they can also have access to this kind of information. Thank you for your time and see you on the next one. Sheshe.